Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to this week's Monday Mixer. Oftentimes we say at the end of our videos, until next time, we hope you find your next destination. Right? Yeah. The question is, for this week's topic on the Monday Mixer, is RV life, this lifestyle, really worth it?
Right.
My answer is long and complex. And your answer is?
Short and simple.
Short and simple. Said no woman ever. Yeah, I think for us, it had RV life. I mean, it takes, first of all, you hear a lot of people say, as we're out on the road and we meet new people, we hear them say a lot, I wish I could do that, or I wish I could do this or that or whatever. And you know,
it's so great that you guys are able to do that.
Yeah, it also takes a lot of guts, I think, to sell your home base and to sell your house and hit the road where you don't know people. You have to deal with a lot of adversity at times. You have to deal with a lot of loneliness at times. You have to uncross your hands and arms and open yourself up.
Yes, exactly.
But you do there is a lot of out of your comfort zone kind of things, right? I mean, what if you have a problem? What do you do? All those things play into the decision-making process in order to do this. Right. We have now been full-time RVers for 3.5 years. And for the last year, we have exclusively been traveling with no home base, not going back to any specific location. Let me ask you this, and I'm springing this on you. Did you like having the home base and going back to a set location and friends, or is full-time travel better? Or is it the same to you?
I would say I like going back to a home base, but everyone that we knew was transient. Like, no one was staying. No one was staying there. Mm-hmm. So going back to something, you would have new people all the time, just like we do now. So no, going back to something like a home base, if you had to go doctor's appointments, stuff like that, yes, that's great. But we figured it out. So no, I think being on the road, being able and having the ability to go and meet up with people that you've met along the road, along the way, that's better than just one set area. You know, I don't know. That's what I think.
Yeah, we've been fortunate in the last, I would say, since January, right? We've ran into the banks, all about the banks, 5 or 6 times probably. We ran into RV Your Way a handful of times. We've ran into No Sticks, No Bricks a bunch of times, and just got done hanging out with them. Oh, by the way, go check out all their channels. I'll put the links in the description. But we've now generated this group of friends, and that's just a few of them. I mean, we've met so many other people that we have plans to meet up with again in the future. You know,
we wouldn't be able to do that if we were going back to a home base all the time.
Well, that's true, but you know, it takes a little bit of time, but you do, and especially I think if you're part of the 1,000 Trails, if you have that membership, I think that is putting you at some of the parks where you're going to meet up with some of the same people over and over again, and so that's really cool. But you know, over time you definitely start to meet up with people that you know. Mm-hmm. And if you have a YouTube channel, right, which a lot of the people that we know do, you know, a lot of them are now growing their community and doing meetups and things like that, like the one that, you know, shameless plug, all about the destination. Put the information on the screen, but we're not going to harp on that too much. But we're doing our own meetup, which a bunch of our friends are coming to.
With the banks.
Right, we're doing that, and a lot of our friends are coming to it, and so that'd be cool. But yeah, you make plenty of friends, I think, on the road. You just don't, you know, like the last...
It's not constant.
Right.
I mean, there's times where you go somewhere that you don't know anyone, and so you might have a quiet couple weeks, which is not a bad thing, because you get caught up on your videos, and I get caught up on work or whatever it is. So yeah, that's okay.
We've got this last week and this coming week. We don't know anybody specifically where we're at. However, we might make some friends. We haven't because we've been so busy working the last week. But after that, we're going to a place to meet up with some family.
Yeah.
And so after that, then we're going to another place to meet up. Well, Julie's going to her class reunion, so she's going to meet some old friends. And
we're still young, thank you.
They think young. And do we want to say? We don't want to say. I'm not going to say. And then we also are going to meet.
We're not saying how many years. You don't need to know.
Wow, you knew what I was talking about. But we're also going to meet up with some friends that are that will happen to be in the area as well. And then we're going to some longtime friends' farm shortly after that. So we've got, really the rest of the year. We've got a lot of commitments already to meet up with people. So, I think every month we're going to meet up with somebody we know for the foreseeable future, all the way into, the holiday season and the first of the year even. So we even got plans to meet up with people in January that we spent time with in Florida this last January. Yeah. So, yeah, lots of friends, so it's not a lonely lifestyle.
I think your friend circle gets much, much bigger.
I would go to say that we have more friends now than we did when we had a Sticks and Bricks. And we had a lot of friends when we had a Sticks and Bricks. But it's such a bigger pool of friends now, I think, right?
More spread out.
We got friends in Utah right now. We got friends all over the country right now that we see. We get to follow them on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and all the medias, right? And see what they're doing, and it helps us, right, to be formulating plans for the future where we want to go and things we want to see. And that's what the lifestyle's about. Is it easy? Not always. I would say 99.999% of the time it's 100% worth it.
Yeah.
There's things break and things tear up, and you have to figure out how to fix things and get things serviced and all those kind of things.
And you don't have a garage full of tools anymore. Mm-hmm. You don't have everything you could possibly need because we couldn't take it with us. We couldn't bring everything. I'm a planner and preparer. Mm-hmm. Like, I like to have anything I could need for anything that could happen, and that's just not possible in an RV. So,
but we've had our own awning rip off, and we've had to fix that in order to get down the road. We've had a friend that had an awning collapse on them, and me and another guy helped him get it put back up so they could travel. The RV community is very giving and very helpful, so they will definitely help you if they can. And we always try to do that because we know that if you pay it forward, you pay it forward, good things come to you. So always happy to help if we're able to. But again, it's not always positive. We want to be a positive channel and bring you the positive things. We also show you when things break and when things don't go to plan, but we're not negative people. So you see a lot of channels, I think, that are negative, and they're posting a lot of negative and bad things that are happening. We know that there's problems with frames in RVs. We're not going to be that channel. We did do a video seeing if we had frame flex or not. We have friends that have frame flex. We have friends that are getting their RVs fixed. We have friends that are staying in places they don't want to be staying. You know who you are. But that's all part of the journey. And I think if you ask them, they would tell you, just like we're telling you, that those sacrifices, yes, they happen and they stink, but in the long run, they've gotten to go and see places, meet people that they would never have gotten to do.
And do things.
We have got to meet so many awesome, incredible people and seen some amazing things. We haven't even started our journey. We haven't even been out west, right? There's so many things that we just feel like if we didn't do this lifestyle, we would have never come up north. Why would we have ever come up north? We were in, all of our family mostly is in Florida and the Carolinas. We would have probably just went there, if anywhere, on a vacation or a trip or whatever. And we rarely did that. We usually went to Florida because that's where the beach is, right? And we usually went to the beach. That was our vacation for the last 10, 12, 15 years. Mm-hmm. We always going to a beach. So this lifestyle, even though we have to work on the road to afford it, we're still able to see things on the weekends that we would never be able to see. So,
or in the evenings. Sometimes we do things in the evenings, or we act like we did when we were in our home. We worked during the week when we could, and so that way we didn't have to work on the weekends and we could go explore and do fun things.
Yeah, and Julie's job allows her some flexibility, and she's able to work in the time zone that we're in. I have to work on the East Coast time zone, which, we're in Central Time right now, so I'm getting off at 4 o'clock Central Time, which is 5 o'clock Eastern. So that gives us an hour or a couple hours, 3 or 4 hours really of daylight to go and do stuff and explore. So that's been fun. So that was my long drawn out garbage about why I like this lifestyle. What are your reasons?
The ability to go and do.
Wow. That is not the norm. She's usually the long-winded one, and I'm the short-winded one. I know it doesn't come across that way on video, though. But anybody that knows us knows that Julie's the talker, not me. But yeah,
that's in a nutshell. It gives us the ability to go places and do things that we would not have been able to do, which is what you finally got around to.
Yeah. Hey, we made a whole video just sitting at the counter talking about why we love RV life.
Right.
And we're at a KOA in the middle of farmland in Illinois. So, hey, it's our first KOA ever. Now, can you imagine that we have camped I've been camping for at least 30 years. We've been together forever and camped forever. This is the first time we've stayed at KOA.
Yeah.
It's been a great experience.
It's really cool.
This one is really nice.
Yeah, they deliver ice and firewood to your site and pick up trash every day. They got so many things going on for the kids. It's so fun. I know our daughter is grown out of the house, but it's so fun to see kids having fun camping. Yeah, that's what we raised her doing.
Yeah, it brings back so many memories of what we did for a long time with our daughter. Yeah, and
all her friends.
Yeah, she never came along.
No,
up by herself.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, like I said at the start of the video, we always say until next time, we hope that you find your next destination. You can't find your next destination if you don't get out there and do it. Right. So, you don't have to do it full time. You can do it part time. We camped for many, many years, made a lot of memories in our little tiny RVs. And I would dare say some of our best memories are in our tiny little pop-up RV that
the first one we had together,
that we went everywhere in. Now we tow around this giant monstrosity that we call home. But, get out there, do it. It's a great lifestyle. We hope that you will get out of your comfort zone and try it if you haven't. There's lots of ways to get into this lifestyle. You could rent one to go try it out. You could.
I would definitely suggest that. If you've never RV'd before, rent one.
You could always find a friend that has one and see if they'll invite you to come along with them on a trip, because that's always fun.
Yeah.
Give them a little money to come along with.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great lifestyle. We enjoy it. I can't see us stopping at any time in the foreseeable future.
Yeah, everybody keeps talking about, do you have an exit plan? I don't know what that means, because we're just getting started.
Yeah.
I feel like we're, like you said, we barely scratched the surface. So we have no ending in sight at this point.
You could literally go and see every state park and every national park, and it would probably take you almost a lifetime to do. And that's just like the state and federal things to do. That doesn't mention all the little roadside things there are to see. And I mean, there's just so many little things to see. This week, our video is about what we've been talking about for seems like months and months and months and months.
It really wasn't that long.
It was a long time.
Okay.
Well, we had it booked for a long time.
Yeah.
We maybe didn't talk about it until the last couple months.
Right.
We got our independent suspension, and that is this week's video.
And we get to tell you all about it and take you along with us through the whole process.
Yeah, make sure you watch this video. You have to watch the independent suspension video. You're going to love it. It's awesome. We love it. Put it in your mind as something to think about. You might want for your next upgrade to your RV.
Especially if you're full-time.
Yeah. But check it out. Watch it to the end, because I got a little special announcement at the end of the video. Anyway, we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, until next time, we hope that you find your next
destination.
Thanks for watching and have a great week.
And living in the RV is sublime. Destination full time.